go. And the celery. Wow, lots of celery.
That's what you told me to cut.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks a lot.
I said, what? I said 4.
You said 2 bunches.
I said, never mind. I need 2 cups.
A little bit more.
A little bit more.
Good.
There you go. And nobody cooks real food without garlic. Where's my garlic? I had sitting up here a second ago. Garlic, garlic, garlic. Anyone see my garlic? Ah, here we go. Garlic. You didn't bring a garlic press, chance, did you? You brought a knife. You want to show off how to do garlic? Show us how to do garlic, James. This is his area of expertise. Now, see, I've still got the heat on high over here, by the way. Squash. Right like that. You squash it.
How much do you need?
1 toast, or 2. I like garlic. 2. See the knuckles? Knuckles first on the cutting? I never learned to do that. He says you can't cut your knuckles. Trust me, when you're me, you can cut your knuckles. I can cut my kneecaps. I'm terrible. Thank you for chopping this, by the way, for me. And if you're cooking along and you get this point and it starts to stick, don't hesitate to take a little bit of your flavored water and put it in the pot. I have a thing of stock. I'm using it, but something to keep in mind, this is a rice dish. What do you absolutely have to know when you're cooking rice? What do you need to know when you're cooking rice? There's one fact you have to have.
Cook it very slowly.
2 to 1.
2 to 1. How much water? How much liquid? You can't... Rice, right? 2 to 1. 2 parts water, fluid, to 1 part rice. So this is getting a little bit sticky. I'm a little bit uncomfortable with how sticky it is. So but I know this is 4 cups of water. I've got to know how much fluid I'm putting in here because later I'm going to add rice. And rice has to have 2 to 1 to cook. I'm going to make jambalaya. You will see jambalaya recipes that say nothing about roux. They don't mention it. They just say, take some meat, put it in a pot, take some vegetables, put it in a pot, throw in some rice, put it on the lid. That is a food, by the way. It's called chicken bog. My grandma used to make chicken bog. She'd take the whole chicken cut up, you know, the piece like the whole leg, the whole breast. She'd put them in a pot, put in rice, a little bit of onion, some cayenne pepper, bring it to a boil, put the lid on. And when it came out, it was this big baked pile of rice. And when you scooped it, there'd be a piece of chicken in it. And it was kind of, you know, you're kids, it's fun to eat, makes a mess. That's not jambalaya. To get this flavor, you have to start with the roux and the mix of vegetables. It'll never thicken right, it'll never look right, it'll never taste right unless you make the roux. Now, normally I'd let this cook a lot more, but this is close enough. It'll still taste good, it's close enough. You put in whatever you like I said before, whatever meat. I love local meat. When you have a Thanksgiving dinner, the next day, gumbo or jambalaya should be the mandatory dish. Because look what you got. You got ham, you got turkey. No one ever eats all of it. It's all leftover. Take the leftover ham, take the leftover turkey. Jambalaya, bam. Christmas, Easter, same thing. When you have a big 4th of July thing and everyone brings fried chicken, and then you're left with all that leftover fried chicken that they bought at the store or whatever, or some you made, or both. Pull the meat off the bones, chicken jambalaya. Yum, yum, yum. Piece of cake. You know what's interesting about this, I'm just realizing, not only cooking in a crowd and on a deadline, I don't know if all my fluid is going to fit in here because the vegetables would normally cook way, way down. So I tell you what, I'm not going to mess this up for the sake of you, because I want it to be good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep cooking on this, but I'm going to go ahead and show you, the finished product right here.
Let me get it.
This is a jambalaya, right there. There's something. Are there any big spoons left? Yeah. Now, one thing that I like to do when it's done, I'm always messing with it after it's done. Like for example, people say, "Oh, I like seafood, whatever, seafood jambalaya." I would saute some shrimp on the side and just fold them right in right now. But another easy trick to liven it up, and it's pretty lively already, so you'll finally taste it. I know this is people, oh my gosh, you don't use canned stuff, do you? Hey, I'm busy, I got life. It's chopped tomatoes. Is there a difference? Absolutely. If I were at Paparazzi, they would never do this. But I ain't. I'm at my house. So I just decorate the top with these diced tomatoes, fold them in, and it adds a little moisture, which is good because I made this last night. And then I chop these green onions, or what do you call those? I call them scallions, green onions, shallots, wherever you're from. Just chop them up and put them on top. And see how pretty that makes it? A little bit of red, a little bit of green, a little bit of Christmas. And then as soon as you set this on the table, this goes with it. Do not serve, friends do not let friends eat Southern Louisiana food without hot sauce. So that is ready. That is jambalaya, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Come help yourself.